Yes, hello, good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us today for our webinar, How to Use Videos to Grow Your Business. We're going to start in just a few minutes, couple more minutes. So we are inviting you to come in, join us, settle down, have a cup of coffee, because we're going to start very soon. In the meantime, I would be actually very happy if you could just say hello in a chat box. And basically what you can do, you can say where you're from. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna have a quite international audience as usually. So I'm looking forward to entertain you both. And of course, I think at the end of the day, we came for some education as well. And we all want to know how to actually create videos, or what kind of videos we can create in order to grow our business. So that's our topic of today's webinar. And today's webinar is, of course, co-hosted and co-organized with 4 different business councils: Spanish Business Council, Czech Business Council, Netherlands Business Council, and Benelux Abu Dhabi Business Council. So thank you very much to all organizers who are helping us to spread the word and get better in our understanding of what needs to be done in order to grow our businesses. And video is definitely one of those things that we want to understand, and we want to know what to do. Again, if you will have any questions during the presentation, I will just switch on the camera for now. If you have any presentation during, any question during the presentation, feel free to actually put it in a chat box. That's it is for. And yeah, overall, I hope it will be interesting and entertaining session where you will not just be edutained, but you also learn some new things which you can then apply in your own businesses. So again, just say hello to us and let us know where you're from. I can see that there are some people from Dubai, some people joining us from India as well. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have pretty international audience here today. I'm looking forward to this session. I will just have a little, just few more minutes about, and we're gonna start very soon. So yeah, settle down, have a cup of coffee. Again, I'm sure that it will be interesting and entertaining session, because video is a very important tool, especially when we want to grow our businesses. And today I will be going through a lot of tools, tips, tricks, and methods, strategies, and all that. We'll have. So thank you very much. I'm seeing people from Azerbaijan, from Ria, of course, from Netherlands Business Council. And as I mentioned again, this session is co-organized with 4 business councils here in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. So Benelux Business Council from Abu Dhabi, Netherlands Business Council here in Dubai, Czech Business Council here in Dubai, and Spanish Business Council. So thank you very much for all of you who help us to organize this event. And I'm really extremely happy. I can see that the number of people from Dubai, there's Natalia from Azerbaijan joining us as well. People from India, from different parts of the world. Excellent, awesome. So I think will be. So again, once again, thank you very much for joining me today. And I would like to thank you again for taking the time to be with us and to learn a little bit about what is video and how can we use video in order to grow our business. I think it's fairly important to understand, how to do it and what to do. And before we dip into our topic today, again, I would like to thank you for the organizing this event. So namely to all the people from the business councils, from Benelux Business Council in Abu Dhabi, Czech Business Council here in Dubai, Spanish Business Council, and Netherlands Business Council, all here in Dubai. Fantastic event, and thank you very much once again. So without further ado, let's jump right in and let's talk about how to use videos to grow our business. It's a fairly interesting and important question. Before we go into that, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Vitek Ladislav. I'm TV and video producer for pretty much last 20 years. It's my profession. I'm into video marketing big time, and I have a small video production agency here, fairly small video production agency here in Dubai, and we're creating a lot of videos for medium and large size clients like a DHL, Baker Hughes, Amicool, and Serco, and others. So that's pretty much about me. What are my credentials? Why am I going to talk about video and video marketing? And we're going to talk about specifically these kind of things. So why video is important, what kind of video we can do as a business owners. We will be just shortly talking about the structure of video. We'll talk about the equipment which we need, what are the best practices, and some tools which you can use in order to create videos. So I think it will be really jam-packed with a lot of tools, so get ready. So I always start my presentation with this bold statement: video is the best sales and marketing tool. And I know that many people, they might feel differently, but me personally, it's not because I'm the owner of a video marketing agency, but I really feel that video is one of the best sales and marketing tool out there. And I hope that during the presentation, I will give you enough reasons to believe or to see that it's actually true. So let's talk about why is video important. So first and foremost, video makes you makes you feel like an expert, and actually gives you that kind of authority in front of the other people, in front of your clients and customers. So it makes you feel, or it actually gives you that look and feel of an expert. If you're sharing a valuable content. So if anybody is following me, for example, on LinkedIn, you see that you might see that I'm sharing a lot of tips, a lot of important and helpful content. So I don't want to brag about this, but I am many times people asking me about some advice. So they see me as an expert in particular industry, in video marketing, especially in the LinkedIn and video marketing industry. So by sharing good content, by sharing good videos, and I do a lot of videos on my LinkedIn, you can become very easily regarded as an expert in your industry. Video makes a personal connection, and I think that's pretty understandable, because video really can share a lot of personal information about you. So when you see me now, for example, you see my gestures, you see my facial expression, and all these kind of things. So obviously you're becoming more accustomed to me, who am I, and through the video you can actually convey that message, that personal message much easily. Yeah. So video makes more personal connection. Of course, video draws a lot of attention, and especially now when you see the social media and online spaces booming, people are really spending a lot of time on different apps. As you can see, for example, TikTok. TikTok is just it's a stream of videos, right? So there's a lot of attention to videos. So if you create a nice blog post, really, does it really get that much attention as if you create a really good video? I think there's a bit of a disproportion there, right? So video gets really a lot of attention, and of course, with the attention comes engagement. So more you create a content and video content, more engagement you get from your target audience. So again, video helps you with engagement. Video is also, from the perspective of longevity, video keeps the people on the platform longer, and also video itself can be used in a longer span of time. So actually you can keep certain videos on your platforms, on your social media platforms for quite a long time. Yeah. So if you think about, for example, corporate video, you can keep corporate video in your platform 1-2 years easily. VCP stands for video creates visibility. Visibility in turns create credibility. So if you're more visible to your clients will actually regard you as an expert, as I mentioned. So you will get more credibility, and people will see you and trust you more. There is a much more chance that people will buy from you. So that's the P, that's the profitability. So that's basically the correlation between video. Video brings visibility, which in turns brings credibility, and that in turns brings profitability. So video helps with profitability of your business. And that's why we're talking about how to use videos in order to grow your business, how videos can help you grow your business. Yeah. Before we move on, I would like to ask you just one simple question. You know, we were talking about before I was making this bold statement that actually video is one of the best sales and marketing tool. If you imagine how many of you actually have seen one business related video in the past month. Have you seen one business related video in the past month? You can just raise your hand, you know, or say yes to you. Imagine how many of you created for your business video, for your business. And I'm pretty sure, I don't see your hands obviously, but I'm sure that there will be big disproportion, right? So what it tells us is that people are ready to consume videos. We as a business owners, we don't actually produce those videos. Again, so that's a big window of opportunity for us business owners to actually step in and start creating videos which will draw attention, engagement, visibility, all that what I was talking about in just a few minutes ago about why we need to create those videos. And these are a few stats which I just put here. 71% of people have been convinced to buy product or service after watching a brand's video. Perhaps that might be some of your experience as well. You watched some video and then you went to buy some product. 80% of users recall a video ad they viewed in the past 30 days. So again, I was asking you, have you seen some business related video? And probably you have, you know, you remember that. You remember that more than if you have seen some post, for example, right? 75% of people, they say they would like to see more videos from brands. And I think this number will definitely increase, and it's increasing, especially now in these not easy times, but the good times for online, and people are spending more time online. So we were talking about why video is important, and you know what kind of video we will do. We're gonna talk about right now. So we were talking about why is video important, and now let's talk about what are the videos that we as a business owners can create. And it's a very interesting question. I usually, whenever I give this talk, whenever I give this webinar, I always say, if it's for the business owners, I always say there are 3 basic videos which any business owner, any business can start from. And number 1, that's elevator pitch video. You know that in marketing, there's this term elevator pitch. Elevator pitch means that, you know, you get into elevator with somebody and he asks you also, what do you do? And you should have your pitch ready. So you should be able to, within like a 30 to 60 seconds, to basically outline what you do in your business, who you are and what you do. And these kind of videos are really extremely important, extremely useful. And I will show you also some example, because I prepared for you some examples. So let me start play this video, and I hope it will be working.
I'm Dara Khosrowshahi, Uber's new CEO. Since joining 9 months ago, my priority has been to listen to you, to cities and communities, and to my own employees. I've seen a lot of good. We've changed the way people get around. We've provided new opportunities. But moving forward, it's time to move in a new direction. And I want you to know just how excited I am to write Uber's next chapter with you. This begins with new leadership and a new culture, and you're going to see improvements to our service with better pickups and ride quality for both riders and drivers. One of our core values as a company is to always do the right thing. And if there are times when we fall short, we commit to being open, taking responsibility for the problem, and fixing it. And you've got my word that we're charting an even better road for Uber and for those that rely on us every day.
So that was the Uber video, Uber CEO, and his short elevator pitch, which was a little bit sprinkled with a corporate look and feel, because he put some mission and things in it, and some vision as well. But you can see that something like this can be easily created and can do a lot of good, because you can share this kind of video on your social media. You can, of course, you can put it on your website. And what I usually recommend to all business owners, just have a short thumb or small thumbnail, place your video, for example, on YouTube, and just put that thumbnail with that link to that YouTube video into your email signature. So whoever actually receives your email always receives that link to your video, and easily can actually come and watch video. Who you are, what you do, what kind of business you are in. So I think that's a smart way how to use this kind of video. I would like to show you some different type of elevator pitch, because the elevator pitches can be done from different angle. And then let me show you this one, which is also very interesting.
My name is John Mack, and I'm seeking $375,000 in exchange for 30% of my company. I have invented, patented, and currently sell to Walmart the most functional line of gloves in the market called Multi-Mitt. The unique feature of Multi-Mitt is the middle, index, and thumb fingers on both gloves retract and are held back by Velcro. This allows the user access to their fingers for small piece handling and use of touchscreen devices without compromising full hand protection. Multi-Mitt solves an inconvenience on a worldwide scale. How do I use my touchscreen device without yanking the glove off and exposing the hands? We currently have a full line, all sold at Walmart, where I have open POs. I am first to the retail market.
All right, I like his energy.
Game-changing product that solves an inconvenience on a worldwide scale.
5.
So who wants to join me in my quest to corner the glove market and give the world the power of touch? Who?
I have a pair.
So you see, there's another type of elevator pitch video, and this one was very much about. Of course, it was made specifically for that TV show where they evaluate these elevator pitches, and they invest in it, something like a Lion's Den, and it's a different version of it. But this one was very much about benefits and solutions, and I really like that, because whenever we talk about our companies, whenever we talk about businesses, we should always have in mind that, people do not really care who you are. People don't care what you do. People always care what you can do for them. And I think from the elevator pitch, that should be very, very apparent, that we always need to take this customer-centric approach, the approach where we understand what people want to hear from us, what it's in it for them. Not that it's our PR piece or PR video where we say, oh, we've been in a business for the last 30 years, and and we've done this, we've got this awards and all these kind of things. People do not really need to listen to that. That's a different part. I mean, you can add it at the end of your video, but always start with something which engages people and get them to see that, oh yes, this is for me. Yes, absolutely. I want to listen to this. Yeah. So that's basically elevator pitch video. So again, we're talking about basic videos which anybody can start and anybody can produce. So number one, it's an elevator pitch video. Number two, client testimonial. Client testimonial is very, very much underrated video from the format perspective, because many times people, they think that the client testimonial is about, saying, oh, she's so nice, he's so nice, and it was so nice to work, and la la la. And it's kind of like a fluff, yeah? It's not really any meat in it. So I don't like these kind of videos, and usually when we create videos for our clients, something like this, we never actually want to do that. We always want to come, this was my problem, this is what, I struggled with this, and then, then I met so-and-so, and then I met this platform, then I met this app, then I met this company, and they provided the solution for me, and then now, I was at 0, now I'm at 10 now. So you see, there's a lot of aspects into client testimonial where you can actually play around with, again, with the narrative. It should be around 90 seconds to 180 seconds, so between 1.5 to 3 minutes. I wouldn't really do it longer than that. It should be client feedback, almost a client case study, I would say. Again, as I mentioned, no fluff. And if you want to use it, obviously, you can use it on your social media and on your website. And again, I would like to show you one example of that kind of video, which is just very, very short, which gives you at least some understanding of what I'm talking about here. Yeah. So I hope this one will play.
Well, when we were looking to move our office spaces and really create a new, modern, industrial look for our offices, it came down to really one choice, and that was Peter Thomas Design. We needed a partner that could be collaborative with our creative people. Running a creative business, you recognize people that are open to others' ideas and also bring something unique to the table. And we were just thrilled with the result we got because Peter and his team were so great to work with. They listened hard, took great notes, and came back with something that was beyond what we expected.
Yeah, so that was pretty much the very short version of a client testimonial. It doesn't not necessarily to be very long, and you can actually this video was just cut from series of other client testimonials. So what we did here was basically just put few testimonials from different people right after one another. So that's kind of interesting how you can stack up also the videos, or you can create a little longer piece. Because and then you can see different customers, different clients talking about you, what you have done for them. So that's a client testimonial. So we're talking about 3 basic videos which we as a business owners can use almost instantly. Number 1, it was the elevator pitch video. Number 2, client testimonial, and number 3, it's a video which I call FAQ or objection-based videos. Actually, I don't have any examples of these because. Yeah, for some reason I couldn't actually get any. But what I mean here by FAQ videos, we as a business owners, we very often come across whenever we talk about our products, whenever we have our business discussions, don't we come always with this across the same questions from our clients and customers? I think we do, right? Like we can outline a few questions which always come up with every single sales discussion of every single business meeting. There's always similar kind of question which our clients are asking. Well, there you go. That's your topic for your FAQ videos. So it's not just one video, but you can create a series of many, and then you can describe your product. You can outline certain features of the product, and then based on what people are asking about, so what they want to know about your product, about your service, you can create video. Again, it should be really something fairly short, 60 to 90 seconds. I wouldn't go over 1.5 minutes. You can outline 3 to 5 relevant topics, and you can see what are the common questions. And basically, what these videos, what they help you with, they are overcoming the objections of your prospects, of your clients. Many times, what we do, we actually prior to the meeting, before we go to the meeting to set up a meeting, some bigger presentation, we usually send some of the objection-based videos because we know what the question will be, what kind of question will come up, and what it gives you a little bit more credibility in front of the before the eyes of the clients, because they will see, okay, they know what they're talking about because they've been in this situation before and they already sent us a video. They even created a video about this that we understand. So your prospects are getting closer to conversion. Yeah. So it's actually important and interesting way how you can use again video for your business. Obviously, there are like hundreds of other ways of what you can do and what kind of videos you can create. And just let me briefly go through some of them. So social media videos are videos, of course, which are used mostly on the social media. And there can be, tons of different topics. So what I picked up here is, for example, one video which I really like, and it's I will show it to you, and you will see. So that's a social media video, typical social media video, which depicts certain industry. So I hope you're not as hungry as I am now, looking at this particular video. But yeah, this is very short video, which basically just gives a look and feel. There's no narrative, nothing. It's just about all visuals, and it gives you a certain look and feel of one particular restaurant. So you have a really good feeling about this. It should always look really nice, really beautiful, with a lot of good lighting and things like that. So those are social media videos, which can span from 15 to 45 seconds, usually up to 1 minute. But again, because it's on the social media, because it's for the social media, the attention span of the people is very short. So try to think about that as well. You can have also various formats. Many times I get this question. I got asked this question many times, can we actually share the video which we created for YouTube? Can we share it on Instagram and on Facebook and on TikTok? But actually each of those platforms, they have their own specific. So if you want to really leverage those platforms into the full extent, you would actually need to create not one video. I mean, you can create one video, but then you need to reformat it in a certain way. So that's important also as well, just to think about how to do this. I have also another example of different social media video, which actually gives you a different overview what can be done.
Hello,
I think it's a pretty interesting way.
My name is Soha Lavin, and I love my job. You are forever looking at lines. The first thing I check in an office or in a house is if the frames are straight. Why are these candles not straight? I'm so confused right now. Oh my goodness, they picked them up? So these panels were custom made, and it was hours and hours of work. They were made to match the detailing in the room. It's a vintage room, very ornate. So we wanted to make sure that it all matched. I love custom, love it.
So that's a video which is very interesting from one very interesting perspective, and that is it's taking your clients and customers behind the scenes, and by taking them behind the scenes, they'll feel treated well. They feel, oh, I'm a VIP client, because normally I don't get to those places. I don't get this what we call backstage pass, right? So by actually taking your clients, your viewers behind the scenes, first of all, she was very nicely sharing, her passion, what she does well, and her peculiar, how detailed she is with the preparation, her focus on every detail, how they made these custom things, in order to match the look and feel of the room. So by sharing this, she's sharing actually her values, and people are, drawn to this. So it's a bit of a story, almost like a docu-series, a bit of a documentary, taking people behind the scenes. So those are also very interesting type of videos which draw a lot of attention, and I think we can definitely think about those, how to create those in our businesses. Obviously, corporate video is another big topic. Usually it's more I would say seriously positioned video where you basically you promote your products, you're making people aware of what you do. So it's about promotion and awareness. Of course, it's video, it's external. It goes always to outside. So you would share it on your website, on the social media. And from the perspective of the duration, I wouldn't really go over 3 minutes. Again, please. Nowadays, people are getting, the attention span is really getting very, very short. So if you start doing videos which are like a corporate videos or videos like this, which are like a 5 to 6 minutes, nobody's going to watch it, and you're just wasting your time, you're wasting your energy, and it's really not good. There are some, of course, other types of videos, and I could talk for hours about different things what we can do, and obviously. Animated videos are there. It's a big part. There are some interviews which you can shoot with your clients, which is also very interesting, and so on and so forth. So just to give you an overview of what can be done. So we were talking about why is video important. We were talking about what kind of videos we can make, and now just very briefly about structure of the video, so you know what actually goes into it. So usually you know that it starts with all the preparation. So that what we call a pre-production phase, where you brainstorm, where you conceptualize the video, you're coming with the ideas, you're creating the script and storyboard. You go for the location scouting if that is necessary, and then you go and then you actually produce the video. So that's the production part. That's the shoot. And then the third, and actually the from the time perspective, the longest time what you're gonna spend is usually on post-production, because of course there where the magic happens. All the editing, sound mixing, color grading, visual effects which you need to add, and then obviously you should never forget about how to distribute and how to promote your videos, because many times we see that the production houses they don't actually take that much of a care about the promotion, and then a client is usually left with a video, with beautifully done video, nothing wrong with that, but then how to actually promote that. Where's my strategy? How am I going to get it across to the people? So that's really important to keep in mind, that the distribution and promotion is a big part of the video creation process as well. So if I should give you some ideas of what kind of videos you can create, or what are the ideas about a video, so you can always promote your company. You can do another thing, you can highlight your skills, so your skill set, specific skill set. You can also show how to do certain things. These videos are extremely popular on YouTube. You can showcase some event. You can also go behind the scenes, as I mentioned already, and I showed you that kind of video. And you can have an expert in interviews. So those are all some video ideas which I would like to give you, just for you to think about what I can do or what you can do for your own business. Yeah. We're talking about elevator pitch video, and I was telling you that for me as a business owner, I think elevator pitch video is really if you want to start just with one thing, definitely start with elevator pitch video, because that can be really quite persuasive, that can be very useful, and you can really engage a lot of people with that. So if you want to start with the elevator pitch, this is a standard elevator pitch template for the script. Yeah. So usually you would hear somebody standing in front of the camera and said, "Oh, we are this, and we help target audience with this kind of problem, and then we do this, and then the problem is solved." So that's kind of like a standard elevator pitch template, which nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that I don't like it, but I would prefer a slightly different elevator pitch, and that's what we call PAS: problem, agitate, and solve. So first problem, identify the client's pain point. So address that pain point right up front. What then you can do, you can agitate that problem. I mean, you know what I mean? So you can say, well, what about if? How would you feel if? So just stir up a little bit the point where it's a bit more discomforting, and then offer your solution, deliver the solution, and always add the call to action. So that's pretty much the PAS elevator pitch script. And I can give you here some example. I'll just switch off my video for now. I can give you an example of, so finding the perfect hotel can be stressful, almost too stressful to bother. So you see, there's a problem right there. Agitate, hunting down all your options, working out how far away the local hotspots are, and reading reviews from other guests. Then, of course, there is the price, and all within your lunch hour, impossible. So you see that there's an agitation of that problem, that you are too busy to do all these things. So, but it's not impossible. AwesomeHotels.com makes finding the best hotel deals quick and easy. We compare hundreds of travel sites for you, so you get the best hotel deal available. So as you can see, that's the solution. And the added outcome is, in just few clicks, how easy it is, and add in call to action. So what do you need to do now? Just click on this link. So you see that this is really typical PAS elevator pitch example. It's used all across. Many people, many companies are using it. And I would like you to think about your company, how you can create that kind of script for your video. And it's not just for the video. You can actually use it even as a written text, and you can use it as a marketing collateral, and so on and so forth. So we were talking about videos. We were talking about what kind of videos, why videos, about the structure of video. And now let me talk about equipment, because many times people say, well, we don't have this kind of camera, so that's why we cannot do a video. Yes, these are professional cameras, but honestly speaking, you don't need that. You need something like this. And if you don't have it, if you still don't have even like a DSLR, don't worry about this, because it's enough. Like I have this phone in my hand, you have your smartphone. This is more than enough for you to start creating really good videos. And if you don't believe me, again, go to my LinkedIn profile. All my social media videos, which you can see there, are shot on my mobile phone. I'm not using our professional equipment or on our team. I'm just doing it on my own, without really getting team involved in a shoot itself. So that's enough. That's enough, really. So if you have your smartphone, you have already your equipment. Do you need audio? Absolutely, you do. But again, this is more more of a professional piece. You don't need that. Maybe you can buy, if you're already investing in some DSLR, you can maybe buy a mic like this, but still it's not necessary. But if I tell you that, I will actually show you that I'm not kidding. Have a look. I have absolutely the same mic which I'm using for my videos. This is extremely important, really. If you want to invest in something, then I would really recommend invest in audio, invest in buying microphone, because there's nothing wrong, there's nothing worse than if you create a beautifully done video, nice setting, everything, and the sound is crappy. You can't really hear what the person say. So it's really worthwhile to invest in a good microphone. This one which I showed you right now, it's a Rode, RODE. It's a good brand, and it would cost you approximately I think $80 or $90, something like this. So it's not going to break your budget, and it will do a lot of good to you. I have this microphone for the last 2 years. I can't be happier, to be honest. Yeah. So if you want to invest in that. Lights. Do you need these lights? Of course not. Again, those are the professional things. You can use actually a ring light. Again, not really expensive. I think I've seen something on Amazon for approximately $25. Very useful thing. But even if you don't, just face the window. So whenever you do create a video, just face the window. That's pretty much enough. For the tripods and for the stability of your shots, you don't need, again, this professional ones. You can buy the short, and again, I'm going to show you that, I'm talking about the real stuff. I have it here as well, and I could show you actually another one which I have somewhere around me. Okay. So the tripod is actually good because you can keep your camera stable. But even if you don't, still just make sure that the camera or your phone is on some stable support, so it's not really shaky. Yeah. What are the best practice? So we just covered the equipment, and I hope we concluded that you do not need to invest a part of the audio in about anything else, because you have everything with you already. So what are the best practices? Best practices. First and foremost, keep your shots steady. If you imagine, how do you feel when I'm moving now the camera like this, right? You don't really feel like it's a professionally done video, right? So yeah, keep your steady shot. It's important that you keep your phone somewhere on whether on a small support or maybe on that tiny tripod. You can also pan or zoom. Actually, many people they don't know how to do it properly, and many times it ends up in really bad movement. So I would really recommend rather avoid panning and zooming and tilting and all that, some movement in the camera. You can always add it if you want to. You can always add it in a post-production. So try to avoid panning and zooming, because otherwise the video doesn't really look good. Keep in mind the rule of third. Obviously now, because I'm in this a small square as a thumbnail, so I'm positioning myself in the center. But if I would be on a full screen mode, I would definitely put myself slightly in the center, slightly off the center, off the right or off the left. Yeah. So whenever you stand in front of the camera, think about that. This is the most pleasing to the human eye, and that's why we call it rule of thirds, because they're the three lines which you can actually draw on your screen, and just position yourself or position the subject always slightly off the center, never in the middle. So that's just to keep that in mind. What do you need to do before you hit the record button? Obviously, you prepare the text, so you need to rehearse it. You need to rehearse it many times. And actually, some people say it's actually good to do it in front of the mirror, because you can see yourself. And you see what kind of gestures you're making, what kind of, are you smiling, or are you, how are you actually coming across? So it's good to actually rehearse your text. Number two, keep the camera stable. Obviously, that what I was mentioning before. Don't have any shaky footage. Stay away from the noise. Stay away from any noisy environment. That's also not so very good. Have your location neat and clean. Obviously, you don't want to sit in that kind of environment as this lady. And at the end of the day, you need to face the light, because the light needs to really come at you, not from behind, because otherwise that will be just you will look like a silhouette. And at the end of the day, the last thing is look in the camera, look in the lens, and smile. I do have a big problem with that, because my face, I was born with that kind of frowning face. So I need to, actually I have a small sticker always on my computer whenever I do the webinars, and I have written there smile. So then I remind myself that I need to keep smiling more. Yeah. So those are pretty much the basic practices. And now let me get into what are the tools which you can actually use for you to create videos. Adobe Premiere Pro is usually used by professionals, and I wouldn't really recommend it that much. But if you really want to, I wanted to include it here because we are big time Adobe guys. We like the Adobe Creative Cloud and all that environment around Adobe. It's really good, but it's really for professionals, for advanced users. If you're a Mac user, you can actually use iMovie. It's very intuitive, quite user friendly, and I think you can get a lot of good videos with iMovie. You can go to PowerDirector. That's another software which you can download on your desktop, and you can create videos in PowerDirector. Very smooth editing, very intuitive features. It's actually quite interesting, and I believe it's free, if I'm not mistaken. It's good for beginners and intermediate. If we go into apps, I would say there are hundreds of apps, maybe really thousands of apps where you can create a video. So I just highlight few which I have at least some basic knowledge of. One is InShot, where you can actually create videos, photos, and some collages as well. So that's quite. You can add the music as well and some effect. So it's easy to use. KineMaster is very nice, very interesting. You can remove green screen in a KineMaster, and it has, as you can see, it has actually timelines. So you can actually add some things on it as well. It's quite easy to edit in a KineMaster. So that's another very interesting app. You can use Viva Video, especially for short social media clips. They have so many different filters, so it's interesting to use Viva Video. And Filmora Filmora is an editing software as well, and they have their app which called Filmora Go for very basic video editing. You can download you can upload your own music and add some text and titles on this. So yeah, it's interesting app which you can use as well. So there are some other video editing apps, and if you can click a picture of this, or you can see the recording again after this, and you can go, because there's so many of those, and yeah, it's difficult to say which one is the best. Basically, you just try and test, and you'll see which one will work for you. There's a quick app from GoPro, Splice. There's Magisto is good as well. Yeah, there are really many different video editing apps. So if you want to, one of the things which now is coming across very clearly is that majority of people are watching videos without the sound on. It's actually default state, right? Default state of majority of the social media. So if you watch a video somewhere on LinkedIn, Facebook, or anywhere, basically a part of TikTok, obviously, then these videos, they have the sound switched off. So captioning of your videos, especially when you're talking in the video, is extremely important. And there are some apps and some tools which you can actually use in order to create those captions. So one is Otter.ai. They have very generous free plan. It's basically a note-taking app, but of course, whenever you create a video, and the Otter will actually turn it into text. So you can use this and download it as a SRT file, and then that file can be uploaded, for example, on the LinkedIn, or you can actually bake it into your video straight away. So that's Otter.ai. Another one is Rev.com. They have quite, for 1 minute of a video, you will pay $1.25 US. So I think it's quite decent. They will actually transcribe your videos. So if you don't produce 50-minute video, then I think it's a very, usually if you have like a 1 to 2 minute videos, social media videos, it's really good. I'm actually, honestly speaking, I don't know what's the turnaround time, but I think it's about 24 hours or maybe 48 hours. I'm not really sure. There are some other ways how to create the transcriptions. So AutoCap is one for the Android. Caption This is for iOS, and Clips is for iOS. Capwing is actually good as well. That's a good platform. Check it out. And I like YouTube as well, because you can actually upload video on YouTube, and YouTube do it. They will do it basically the transcription free, and you can then download the text file and just edit it a little bit, and you can use it. One of the magics of the modern technology is a teleprompter. Actually, it's not that modern, because we use in a TV, teleprompters way back. But now it's coming to our phones. It's really incredible. I mean, I do have exactly this nano teleprompter on my phone. And what it does, basically, you just upload the text, you create a text, upload the text, and then in a selfie mode, you can basically recording the video while reading the text from the screen on your phone. How fantastic is that? So you don't need to memorize the text. You don't need anything to do anything. Just make sure that you practice this a little bit, because reading the text of the screen can be a little bit monochromatic, and then you're gonna follow the eyes like this, and then everybody will see that you're actually reading the text. So you need to figure out, and you need to practice it a little bit, so it sounds like that you're actually talking to people, right? But it's really interesting. So that's Nano Teleprompter. Nano Teleprompter, I think, is just for the Android, but there are some other apps which you can use as an iOS user. So I think this one is Prompt Smart, which is good for the Macs, for the iPhones, obviously. if I'm not mistaken, that this one even they will create some specific text and position that and all that. And then here are some other apps which you can use as a teleprompter, simple teleprompter like BigView, Selfie, and Parrot. Again, go to Google teleprompter apps for my phone, and you will see how many of those actually can do that. So there are a lot of different apps. So we were talking about videos and how videos can help us grow our business. And as a business owners, we are always interested in ROI, aren't we? We want to know if I invest my time, my energy, or maybe I just hire some video production company to do a video for me. What does it do for me? Is there any ROI? And actually, yes, there is. And we came up with this weirdly looking formula, which I explained to you briefly. So R is obviously the ROI, N is number of guaranteed views, P is a potential clients, C is conversion, and T is average ticket size. So imagine, let's take into account that, for example, we have 100,000 viewers of your video. Yeah. So we will guarantee, let's say we will guarantee 100,000 views on your video on YouTube. Out of these 100,000 views, only 2% of those people might be your potential clients. Only 2%, 99% we discard. Out of this 2%, only 2% again will convert. So will buy from you service or some product. And if the average ticket size is 5,000 dirhams, do you know what's the ROI of this video? 200,000 dirhams. I think it's a really fair to say that we sometimes don't, as a marketers, we don't put these numbers on the table, and then it's very difficult to talk to specifically to CEOs or CFOs about why to create a video, because it increases our visibility. But if you really think about it, and if you really go down through this this ROI, you can actually pinpoint what's the ROI of this particular video. But you might think that these are nice numbers, but does it really actually is it really somewhere to be seen? And yes, so I wanted to just include a few of the examples what we've done. This is one of our videos which we created about a year ago, and in first month it got 123,000 views on YouTube, as you can see up there. There is another client of ours, Daiso Japan, which we created Halloween video for last year, and in the first month it got 317,000 views. Another one which we created later in the year for the Christmas, there was 152,000 views within first month. And another client of ours, Homes Are Us, we've created a number of videos for them. As you can see, even in the 2 weeks, we managed to go to 159,000 views. And for them, we really created quite a good campaigns, which generated 2.4 million views on YouTube. So you can imagine, that it is really possible, and it is very much so. So if you want to know and if you want to learn how to create these videos and what to do, we are running a business video masterclass as a Square Motion, as a company, and we teaching people how to create elevator pitch video, how to create a script for it. We tell people how to create multiple videos in one day, not just one, because obviously if you're already creating that setup or setting up for this, you can create more content. How to use different video apps to create videos easily, and all these different kind of things. Obviously the most important is always how to promote and how to get that visibility that will bring me more clients, because at the end of the day, that's why we do the videos, right? So if you want to know that, we work with different clients. There are some of the testimonials from different clients which we work with. Actually, just recently we did similar webinar for British Business Group. They were quite happy with that. So the Square Motion Business Video Masterclass is basically 2 hour masterclass. and you can actually. I hope you will see it now. I'm just if you want to, you can sign up for this. It's a 2-hour action-packed hands-on learning. It's a group session. It's a live session. There's no pre-recording, so you have access to live coaching, live Q&A and all that. And it's basically we will handhold you and to show you how to create the videos step by step. We do have a specific offer for this. Normally we sell it for $150 for this webinar. Before we wrap up this webinar, we are offering it for $99. So if you want to, you can always go. I think you should have on your screen on the offers our video marketing masterclass. So feel free to reach out to me if you're interested in this. I think it's a really interesting and important thing, especially now as a business owners. We want our company to be visible to our clients, and we know that it needs to be done through most probably online, because a lot of people are spending time online. And as I mentioned at the beginning, there is a big disproportion between how many people are actually consuming online content, how they are consuming videos predominantly, and how many of us as a business owners are creating videos for our businesses. So I think that's important to outline and know how to do these things, what to do, and this is exactly what we do in our masterclass. So feel free to sign up if you feel like you want to take it to the next level and you want to start getting business from your videos. So I'll keep this one on. That's pretty much everything from me. I'll just keep it for about a minute, and I will go through questions and answers. I will see if you have any questions in a chat box. So if there is a the next masterclass is gonna be run next Saturday. It's coming Saturday. It's from 5 to 7. Sorry, I didn't mention that. So if you want, it's Dubai time. So it's next Saturday from 5 to 7. If you have any questions, please just feel free to put it there. I can't see any questions at this moment. Many of these videos have been seen. Okay, Alok is saying, I made a generic video, never a business one. Obviously, yeah. What do you do when you? Okay. So Eve is asking here that there's a question from Eve. What do you do when you can help with many problems? How do you focus on one? So that's a good problem. That's a good problem to have, Eve, because you can create multiple videos. It's never about cramming everything into one, because that's usually the main problem and main mistake of majority of the people. They think that we create one video which will tell all about everything. Yeah, but in our businesses we have certain verticals, right? All of us, we have few verticals perhaps, and based on that we can also create a different type of videos. So just be mindful of this. You don't want to just create a video which will be too long and people will not watch it. So then again, you will miss the opportunity to actually start conversation with the right type of audience. So be mindful of who is your audience, who you're creating the video for. And if you have multiple problems to solve, just create more videos. You can always put some little campaign behind it in terms of a Facebook ads, and you can push it to the relevant type of people. So then your targeted audience will actually see that particular video. So that's there is another one. Is any other question? Can we do nano on iPhones? Asking demand. No, nano teleprompter you cannot. Nano teleprompter is only for Androids. But as I mentioned, there are some other. I think Selfie, Big View, and other teleprompters. So again, just go to Google, type what are the teleprompter apps for Android, sorry, for iOS, for iPhone, and you will get a number of those. Nano Teleprompter, by the way, it's a paid app, but I think it's just like, I don't know, like a $5 or something like this. It's very, very useful. I just as a, you know, I'm not the English speaker, obviously. I'm not the English native speaker for that matter. So for me, whenever I create my own text, it's much easier rather than, you know, doing take after take after take, and then you're becoming tired. But you want your videos to look really professional and nice, and you know, you don't want to be stuttering and all these kind of things. So creating this, for me, it's really a big help, really big help. I can't see doing videos without it. But again, be mindful that you really need to work on your delivery, how you actually read the text of the screen, because I've seen many people, even in a TV, and I worked in a TV for 20 years, so I've seen people, they need to take classes, not the classes as such, but they need to take some time how to actually read the text of the screen, because then it becomes really like, you know, you're turning your eyes and then everything, and people see that you're actually reading the screen. It doesn't really look good. Sahil is asking, and Dima is asking, when is the next masterclass? Sorry, yeah, again, it's a coming Saturday. So if I believe coming Saturday is 11th of July, 11th of July, from 5 to 7 Dubai time. So if you want to join, yeah, it's a group of it's a group of 15 people max. So I don't think more than that. So yeah. Is boosting videos feasible? Geraldine is asking. Is boosting, if you mean like that you're posting the video on, for example, on a Facebook and you want to boost that post, yes, absolutely. If you want to create a video and then create it as a video ad, then you can do it as well. Absolutely, that's fine. And there are some other ways how you can boost your videos organically. Obviously, one of the thing is, and I actually didn't talk about it, but whenever you create videos, try to always natively upload it to each platform. So if you create one video, don't just leave it on YouTube and link it to Facebook and LinkedIn and some other platform, because the other platforms, they usually don't like that people are leaving their platform to see some videos somewhere else. So the algorithm on each social media platforms, they usually work that way that you know, whenever you have a video, you would rather upload it natively into that particular platform. Yeah. Dima is asking, is there another time? Dima, please reach out to me and we'll definitely talk about it, because we run these masterclasses on a weekly basis, but we always set up the date. So this time is on Saturday, but of course we can talk about the next one. What do you do when you can? Okay, so Alok was asking about this. And I think I answered that. What do you do when you can help with many problems? How do you focus on one? So obviously, you can create like several or few videos, not just one. Does it help if we have no experience in making videos? Melanie is asking. I don't really understand what you mean by if it helps. You can always. You know, nobody was born with this skill, right? Like making videos. Nobody was born even with the skill standing in front of the camera and talking to to camera. That's all learnable skills. Of course, all of us, we have, we are more introverts or less introverts. But at the end of the day, it's a learnable skill. So the more you do videos, the more you repeat that process, the better you will get at it. And you will see that, whenever we talk to our clients, and then we come across this, when they say, you know what, I don't like to stand in front of the camera. It's so difficult and all that. So, okay, just, do it once. We will see it if it works. If you don't like it, we don't need to post it, right? But then do it again and again and again. And I guarantee you that once you start doing it on repeatedly, that one day you will say, okay, fine. I mean, that's good enough for me to upload it. So, but when you don't do it at all, so of course you don't practice it, then it's difficult to usually to do it. Yeah. Saad, very nice content. Thank you very much, Said. What more will be offered in the masterclass? Isn't 2 hours short? Yeah. No, well, not really. I mean, in the 2 hours, we can really do a lot. We normally run it as a half-day workshop. Usually we do it like a 2.5 hours, like a full of content. So we've done it numerous times. And then we're gonna cover quite a bit. So you will learn how to actually edit the video. You will create your own video and things like that. So yes, definitely there's a lot of other things. Bilal is asking how often the series of video are most optimal for success. How often the series of video? Okay, maybe I'm just not understanding correctly, but probably if there's a how many of those you need to create. Actually, it's like with everything, the more regular you are, the more engagement you will draw. So I can tell you that me personally, I create 2 videos in a week for my social media. So 2 videos weekly you will see from me for my social media when I'm standing in front of the camera. Then I have another videos which I create in terms of some interviews with my clients or with some interesting people. So that's another type of videos which I create. So those are another 2 posts which are going out. So basically you see like 4 or 5 videos from me on a weekly basis. So the more you're there, the more personal you get with your clients, the more accustomed they are to you, the more they feel they know you. Actually, I get it quite a few times that I walked into some networking event and people were just saying, "Oh, hi, how are you?" And I've never seen them before, and they just I mean, I was lucky enough that they're following my content, they're following my my social media, so they became sort of like a friend with me through the social media, even though I've never seen them in my life. So that's kind of thing what we want to do with our clients, right? Like we want our clients to be familiar and friendly with us. We want them to know us, because then that's that discussion, the business discussion, is much more easier afterwards. So I'm going through some other translation from English to Arabic and vice versa. Peter is asking, I'm not really following what you mean by translation from English to Arabic and vice versa. I think there are a number of companies who can do that, and then obviously they can give you text, and if you want to upload that into your video, yeah, that's perfectly okay, and you can use some of those apps which I showed. Damira is asking, do you have any recommendations for phone stabilizer for filming while walking? Oh, Damira, very good question. Where am I? I'm sitting in my office, so I have all that stuff around me, so I can show you that. Yeah, this is good one. This is DJI Osmo, very nice tool, fairly inexpensive. I think it's 350, 400 dirhams, if I'm not mistaken, like $100 or something like this. Very useful. Specifically for the if you want to walk and create the videos while walking. So yeah, definitely DJI Osmo. I think it's Osmo 2, this one, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I'm looking at some other questions. Wojciech is asking, do you have any challenges from clients requesting viral videos? I really mean this type of sophisticated video, not just any funny trying video. Or are you open to such challenges to eventually develop the specific thought of potential viral video? Just curious. Okay, so that's a very good question. Thank you, Wojciech, for this. Obviously, there are some clients who are coming to us and asking us, "Oh, can we create can we create for them a viral video?" Virality is very tricky, and I think there is really a lot of things which need to go into that, and virality really comes down to how much campaign you can actually generate. So of course, it's not just about organic reach, but it's also how much campaign you can generate around that. Obviously, the content needs to be right, and if you're talking about virality, not cat playing videos, but something which is really useful. I'm not really sure if that is even now possible, because especially Instagram and Facebook is putting so much stamp on a content that you need to really pay a lot in order to get some eyeballs. Where you can still go viral with your videos is a TikTok, and I think TikTok is a fantastic platform. Currently, we are exploring it, and I really love it. I love it. I love TikTok. And you can't believe that, you know, me, like a 52-year-old guy, is saying that. But I think really TikTok is a fantastic platform. TikTok for Business was just opened recently, and I think the platform has a lot of potential for organic growth. So if you want to go and if you're going to get viral with your videos, definitely TikTok is place to go. Can you advise how much is the best budget for boosting? Geraldine is asking. Geraldine, that's a difficult question. I'm not really. I can't really tell you. You know, if putting $1,000 is enough for. It depends. It depends on your strategy. Please outline your strategy. Make sure that you know who you're talking to. You know your target audience, and you talk somebody who is actually well equipped in outlining that strategy for you in terms of, for example, Facebook ads. So he will prepare, or she will prepare that strategy, which you can then execute, or maybe she or he can help you to execute as well the strategy. Yeah. I normally wait for a week before boosting a video. I only boost what is already getting some likes, Alok is saying. Yeah, I mean, if it's working for you, fine, why not? Not necessarily, but definitely there's a good thing. Then there is okay. I see that there are there's some issue with Melanie saying there's some issue with the transaction while they're trying to pay. I'll try to sort it out. Melanie, if you can just reach out to me, and I will definitely sort this one out. It should be okay. It's a Zibuni link, so there should be the payment without any issue. And I hope that's. TikTok is also banned in India. Okay, I didn't know that actually. So interesting. So guys, I'm so sorry that we are running over the time already. I wanted to finish in 1 hour. It's 1 hour 12 minutes. I hope it was useful. Please. Send me your feedback. Please go to my LinkedIn profile. What I will do, I will just leave this my LinkedIn profile here, and send me your feedback. What worked, what didn't work, what could have been done better, what you're expecting. And yeah, if you want to reach out to me in terms of the masterclass, I'll be more than happy to answer some of your questions, some of your concerns, some of your objections, perhaps. And yeah, looking forward to see you on some other events. I hope it was useful. Thank you very much all for coming. Again, thank you very much for the business councils to organize this event: Netherlands Business Council, Spanish Business Council, Czech Business Council, and Benelux Business Council in Abu Dhabi. I hope it was good. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Take care.